I'm Dr. David Hill, and today we're going to be talking about ear pain relief in children. Now, children get ear pain for a couple of different reasons, and I'd like to distinguish because it makes a difference in what you're going to do. You can get infections of the ear in two common places. The most common is a middle ear infection. That's the chamber behind the eardrum where all the little bones that carry sound to the nerves live. That area can get filled up with fluid when a child has a cold or a sinus infection, and that fluid can